What's going on, everybody? Holiday Doc back, this time with a gameplay breakdown of the same game I already posted, just without the game chat, and we're going to talk about exactly what went wrong and why we were so frustrated playing this game. Right off the start, they had the pre-fire down. It's not a big deal. It's a good way to kind of get a feel for where they're going to go off the start, and chances are, if they're going to go pre-fire off the start, they're going to play a very defensive style game. Calling out to your teammates, making sure everything's there, and, following the same strategies that you practiced before the game. And that just was not happening for us. The frustration levels continued to get higher because this team, played it more of a team deathmatch style type rather than an objective-based game. They continued to just post up with a 4 or 3-man defensive side and just wait for us to kind of make the move. And, that may have been smart if they would have pushed up, 20, 30 feet at a time after making a kill, but they didn't. They backed up, and it was very frustrating to play a game. People who don't play competitively don't understand that, game chat is going to get a little heated. It's not going to stay calm. It's not going to stay collective, especially when things are not going your way. And especially when the other team is being, not very... I'm not going to be a dick, so I'm not even going to say anything. So, one thing that I was really having issues with is my Slayers, my support guys, were never set up. They never went to where we had talked about before the game. They didn't set up in their strategies, and they were dying just as much as they were killing, it seemed like, for me. And as an objective player, you're only as good as your team, because you can't just run in there and with all 4 up and grab that flag and leave. It just doesn't work. So right here is a good example of how I asked them to set up. 1 red, 2 top escalators. And, that being said, it worked. See, we have 3 set up, but nobody backed up and covered long haul. As I was running up escalator, the point is you have to transition and start watching cutoffs. And that was Crush's job, to watch cutoffs, because he is the support player. It's his job to, once I grab that flag, turn and get ahead of me, turn and watch for the callouts down middle hall, and eventually, just get over to terminal where Disease is right now and watch that spot for me so I don't get picked off. And, being the objective player and dying 10 feet from the flag is the most frustrating thing that can ever happen to you. Let me tell you, man, you get so pissed. And I was holding it in. Like, you can ask any one of my teammates, like, I get heated in the game because there's a certain level of expectation that I want to apply to every team and every game I play. And if that's not focused on each and every time, it's my job to, focus the team and get them back on track. And, you can be as nice, hey guys, by the way, you're not really setting up. No, fuck that. Get into your spot, get where you need to be, and help support and win this game. For an unorganized team, I'm not saying this other team is very bad. I'm not going to be a dick, but they were unexperienced. At least me and Crush are experienced in MLG variant. We should have this down pat, but I'm not going to blame everything on the team, because it was my fault, because I expected that they knew the routes and they knew a lot of things, and I didn't really anticipate that we needed practice. But after this game and playing it, I really that guy almost got turned on, but I really just needed to get a hold of my team and make sure that we're all on the same page. There's a lot of specific things that Slayers and support players need to know to make a successful strategy and team game that eventually gets you the win. And right here, good job. 2 guys, elevator or top escalator. However, one of them should have cut around back towards Burger Town, and the other one should have been following me. Like, no matter what, if we had the spawn trap or not, none of us died, so we don't know if that 3rd or if that 4th guy is already in our spawn waiting. You never want to just let your flag carrier walk back to flag by himself. It just doesn't work that way, because, chances are, if none of you have died in the last 7 seconds, One guy could have slipped past you without somebody hitting start, or somebody could have accidentally skipped past it and missed that start glitch, and now you're stuck with one guy on your flag, or on your flag, killing you and grabbing your flag and running. So you may have got the flag 5 feet away, he would have killed you, that would have been a total waste of a flag cap, right? These are things that a good team will, practice over and over again and realize and learn from. But, a lot of comments were talking about how I was ragging on the team and, that's not how you should do it. I've run a team for 3 years, okay, and, there's a level of knowledge that I've acquired, and, I appreciate the comments, but, some things I just know work better. Like, I don't freak out, and my teammates realize that I'm not, like, gonna kick anybody off the team for doing bad. But when I get a little heated, people start to play a little better. And this has been happening since World at War. When I start to show my frustration at the team, my team's like, yeah, Doc, you're right. Let's focus on this. Let's get back, head in the game, and win this match. And it happens, but, a lot of times, it just takes a little bit to get back into it. It's not the end of the world. People just need to regroup and think about their actions, and I just felt like it wasn't happening in this game. That's why I was getting so mad. Being the objective player, nobody ever likes to go negative, but when I'm time and time again getting shot in the back for pretty stupid reasons, just simply because we're looked the wrong way, or our team set up on the wrong side of the map, or our team didn't go to a certain spot off the start of the game like they should have. These are all things that just need to be addressed and worked on for next time. And that's all I'm saying, because every game is a learning experience. And I'm fortunate enough to have the footage to look back and go through and analyze and just speak with my team about, you should have gone this way. Like, I spoke to everybody on the team after this game, and they were very clear with what went wrong, and they were all under the same understanding. It's like, you know what, Doc, you were right. We ignored the strategy that we talked about during the game. And, that could have a thing to do. Disease and Stills, are very new to playing with me and Crush. Me and Crush have been playing together for a while now. And we have he knows what I do, I know what he does, but we haven't developed that sort of teamwork with our 2 new pickups for this Canadian-only tournament. And Disease and Stills, I played with Stills a little bit, but I've never really played with them full-on for a long period of time, so there's that learning curve, learning each other's moves and stuff like that, or their routes and tactics, so as a good team would, you're going to practice, and you're going to come back next time even stronger, and I really hope I can demonstrate that. Believe me, I really do. But, as we progress through the bracket, the skill level of the teams obviously should increase accordingly. So, we're going to start playing harder teams, we're going to start playing better teams, and hopefully the footage will just get better, because nobody likes to watch a blowout game, because it's boring, I got 6 flag caps, I got 7 flag caps. Well, you're just training on a kid, and it's on a team, and it's just not that fun to watch. I like watching games that are like 0-0 or tied 1-1, and it comes down to the last 45 seconds on like a perfect play. That's the type of stuff that I want to start bringing, and I think some of the public room guys don't realize that, competitive level is so much more involved. You need to understand that I'm never going to go 30-2 in a game battles as an objective player. I'm not going to have any of my Slayers go 30-2. It's just not going to work. But back to right there, that was a perfect example of a bad call-out. My team at this point, besides me and Crush, are getting frustrated, and they're not pressing start and calling out the team. They're only calling out the one person that kills them. And that's detrimental to how your team comes back. Because they almost, we got 30 seconds left. They could have very easily grabbed a flag and ran back. And I got caught right there, switching my weapons, and that frustrates me. But I want everybody to realize that no team is ever going to be perfect. And essentially, this team is brand new. This is literally the very first time we've ever played together as a team of 4. Like, me and Crush have played Me and Stills have played, and me of Diseases have played, but we've never all played in the same setting all at once. So, that being said, the rest of the tournament matches are going to be on their way. Be sure to check them out. Rate, comment, and thumbs that video up for me. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.